Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are here with another spooky season video. Today I decided to do a really blown out grungy brown smoky eye with a brown lip. A couple of you guys asked me to do a more like grungy makeup look with like browns and stuff, so here it is. I'm delivering that to you. I actually really wanted to do a look like this anyway. It worked out. Asked you guys on Twitter if you guys did want to see this video. Most of you, it was like won by a landslide. I think it was like 98% of you said yes. And then I also asked you guys if you wanted, I was planning on using the Melt Gemini palette, and I said, did you guys want me to use that palette? Because I know like a lot of people didn't get their hands on it the first time, or should I use something else? It was kind of like mixed, but most of you said to use the Gemini palette, so I did. And I just wanted to mention also, I know that it like went out of stock the first time so fast, but I just checked on the Melt website. It is actually back in stock, and it is in stock at the moment, so if you guys do want to pick it up, definitely should. I love this palette. It is like the holy mecca of like grungy green brown tones, and it's amazing. It's one of my favorite palettes, and I highly recommend it. I know it's a little bit up there in price. It's so worth it in my opinion. It's so good. Obviously you don't have to use this exact eyeshadows to get this look. You can use whatever eyeshadows you have. More wearable kind of take on the look that I did last time. I know so many people, thank you for all the love on that video, by the way. I just know a lot of you guys said like, oh, I could never pull this off, and you can. You definitely can. I believe in you. I know people get scared of certain colors sometimes, but I believe in you. You can do it. But if you guys don't want to do something more like reds, that bright and bold, this is definitely a more wearable look, really nice grungier take on like a classic brown smoky eye. And I also just love the brown lip with it too. You don't have to do a brown lip if you don't want to. I personally just love brown lips. Anyways, if you guys want to see how to get this nice grungy look for fall, then just keep watching. I have my eyes primed and set. I'm going to go in with the Melt Gemini palette. I'm going to start off with Luna, which is just like this kind of beigey tan shade. I'm going to put that in my crease and use that as my transition shade. And this is going to be another pretty blown out smoky eye. So we're kind of doing the same things that I did in my last tutorial, just kind of using different shades, you know. This as my transition, just so everything will blend into everything very nicely. When it comes to like really blown out smoky eyes and stuff, it really is just all about blending, just going back and forth with all the colors. So with that same brush, by the way, this is the brush from the Alamar Cosmetics brush trio. It's the big fluffy brush. It's so good. I'm gonna go ahead and take Lorelei, and this is what's really gonna make this look, to be honest. Any kind of like mustardy brown yellow shade is really gonna make this like grungy and stuff, you know. So I'm gonna be really taking this shade a lot throughout this look, kind of going back and forth just so I don't lose that like yellowy kind of shade to the look, you know. I love this shade. I feel like this shade, I love this kind of shade. Like a very mustardy, brown, yellowy, almost kind of like throw up, you know? I love those little pukey yellow shades. So now that that shade is pretty much everywhere, like I said, this is what's going to make that look really dirty and like grungy, you know. So I'm gonna go in, I'm just kind of taking all of the neutral shades, not this shade, but all the browns and stuff. So I'm going in with Polka Dot, and I love this brown in this palette. I'm mixing a little trick that I do to help my shadows blend together a little bit better is when I'm taking like, so like for instance I took Lorelei, I kind of tap off the excess on the back of my hand, and now that I'm going into Polka Dot, I'm mixing whatever excess was from Lorelei with Polka Dot, and that kind of helps the shadows blend together a little bit better just because you're kind of mixing the shades. I'm putting that a little bit lower into my crease. This is just kind of gonna deepen it up a little bit. I love this shade of brown in here. I don't know what is like so special about it, but I use this brown so much. It's just like a really good like neutral. It's not too warm, but it's also not cool either. I don't know, it's just really good. Making sure that that kind of stays a little bit in the lower crease, but also blending into Lorelei. Just did that. I also added a little bit more of Lorelei into the crease to kind of just blend them together a little bit more. So I'm going in with Cupcake now, which is the next brown in this palette. This one's a little bit darker. So I'm just going to put that kind of on my lid, but also a little bit in my crease and the lower part of my crease. So I'm kind of just packing it on and then kind of like blending it upwards. So kind of took that a little bit down on my lid, but not completely. So I'm gonna go with another brush for my lid, but I'm just putting that down. So I'm gonna go back with polka dot to blend those two together. So I'm gonna go on like a flat brush and take Cupcake and just kind of pack that on just so it's a little bit more pigmented. Back and blending so there's no harsh line. We will go back to the eyes. I'm gonna finish up my face. So for foundation, I'm actually gonna try this one today. It's from Milk. I've been wanting to try this. I've had it for a little bit. This is their Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. So I just shook it up a lot because I've heard this is super watery. So I'm using the shade, I'm scared of this. I'm using the shade Golden Light. I hope that this matches me. It looks a little yellow. I will find out if this works or not. Damp sponge. This is a full coverage foundation. You guys know I typically don't like full coverage, but I'm wondering if I could like sheer it out. Even with me shearing it out a little bit, it still has pretty good coverage, so it's covering a lot, but it's also showing my skin at the same time, which is strange, but I like it. I've been using my Milani foundation so much lately, but I feel like I've been using it so much that I wanted to try something else. It doesn't feel super heavy, but it also doesn't feel like that light either. Like I can kind of feel it on my skin, but it's not anything like crazy where I'm like, oh, I hate this, like it's so heavy on my skin, you know? So I'm gonna go in with concealer. This is my Colourpop concealer in the shade Light 18. Just gonna blend that out. I just got this Milk Makeup translucent powder, so I want to try it because everyone has been like saying such good things about it. So let's try it out. A little like netting sifter thing, which is nice at my under eyes with that. Kind of blend out that concealer really quick. Taking that, setting my under eye with it. Feels nice. It doesn't feel like super drying or anything. I'm gonna set a little bit on my chin, my laugh lines. Since I don't really know how this foundation works yet, I'm just gonna kind of set in my areas where I have problems just in case. The foundation did set too, like it's not, but it's also not like super matte either. So I'm gonna kind of set a little bit with that powder. I look so white on camera, I don't understand. I really just lost my tan very, very quickly. I don't have any bronzer, okay? I'm taking my Physicians Formula 1. So I'm like trying to use different products because I've been using the same things lately so much. Like I found a face routine and I've just like stuck to it, but I'm trying to like use new things. It's just the Physicians Formula Sunkissed bronzer. Okay, now I have some like life back to my face. Jesus. I was looking so pale on camera. And I'm gonna just be contouring. I don't use another contour powder, so this is just the Makeup Geek one. I've been using the same one for years. I have never found anything as good as this color. So going to contour my nose with that shade too. So I went ahead and put some of the Laura Mercier translucent powder to bake the sides of my nose because I just like that powder around my nose area, so I was like, I don't want to mess up my makeup right now. But for blush, I'm using the new Sigma Blush Cheek Palette. I'm going to be mixing Cor de Rosa and Tiger Lily. I love Cor de Rosa. It's such a pretty blush. These blushes are super pigmented, so be careful. But Cor de Rosa is like such a good blush color. And then I'm just mixing a little bit of Tiger Lily in it, just because it's has a little bit more of a sheen, and I like a nice little sheeny blush. So, and for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with this. This is the Pixi Glowy Gossamer Duo in the shade Subtle Sunrise. I came across an Instagram post saying that this is a dupe for the Amrezy highlighter, and I'm here to tell you that it is. I showed you guys on my Instagram story, and I've had this highlighter forever. Don't know why I never used it, but it is so good. It definitely is very similar to the Amrezy highlighter. I feel like this one, it's very, very similar, like the color is similar. So like my Amrezy one a little bit more. This one I can kind of see on my face at times. Like if I look straight a little bit, like right here. With the Amrezy one I don't, but I mean, it's not anything where like it's super noticeable. It's just like me being picky and wanting the Amrezy highlighter to be permanent, but it's not. So but yeah, this one literally just like looks so pretty. It looks like it's part of your skin. It's such a pretty highlighter, and it's from the drugstore, so it works out. Taking a little bit on the tip of my nose. By a little bit, I mean a lot of it. I love my nose highlight. I don't care what anybody ever says. I'm taking a little bit on my Cupid's bow as well. And I'm going to put that on my inner corner. Oh, Jesus, that was intense. I'm used to like the Amrezy one not being that intense when I put it on my inner corner. But damn, this one is definitely intense. Okay, so we're going to move back to the eyes. I'm going to do my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Demolition eyeliner. I'm going to be putting that in my waterline. This one's like a really pretty brown eyeliner, and Urban Decay has like my favorite eyeliners for the waterline. If you guys don't want to use brown and you want to use black, I really recommend the Sigma, where is it? Sigma Longwear eyeliner pencil in Wicked. The pencil is so good. It literally lasts forever on your waterline. I had it swatched on my hand, and I washed my hands so many times. It lasted till like the next day, swatched on my hand. It's crazy. That black eyeliner is so good. Cupcake, which was the darkest brown that we used on our lid. I'm gonna kind of set that in place, kind of going over where it was on the lower lash line. And I'm just taking that on like a little smudger brush, kind of just blending it downwards, also kind of connecting it to the top. I'm gonna go in with kind of a bigger brush that I would normally use for my lower lash line. This is just the Time 206, and I'm taking Lorelei on that brush, and I'm just gonna be kind of blowing this out and dragging that color pretty far down. Like pretty much down to like my under eye. Still making sure to connect that to the top. Back with Cupcake to kind of blend. Actually, I'm going to get a smaller pencil brush, and I'm going to take Polka Dot in between those two, which was the other brown that we used. Because that brown kind of has a yellowy undertone to it, so I kind of want that yellow. I mentioned this in a lot of my videos. You definitely don't have to bring it down this far. You could go further down. I'm kind of just keeping it in the middle. I don't want to go too far down. I say as I'm wiping yellow eyeshadow all over my under eye. Go ahead and put on like mascara and stuff, and I'll come back to put on lashes. I feel like nobody really cares about mascara, so yeah. I had to just put on my lashes because I didn't know which ones I wanted to wear, and I ended up just like trying them and I put them on. But these are the Time Los Angeles lashes in the style Introvert. They're not like too dramatic since there's already a lot going on with the eyes. I didn't want to do like too much. Left now is lips. I'm gonna go in with the new Fenty Beauty Unveil Stunna lip paint. I love this shade. It's like the perfect neutral brown. It's not like too warm, like a super reddish warm brown. It's just like the perfect nude brown and I'm obsessed. So just put that on. Love this applicator because you never have to like redip it. I don't know, it's like sorcery, but it's so good and I love this color. Obviously you don't have to wear a brown lip if you don't want to. You could definitely do like a nude or like a gloss or something. I personally, you guys know me and my monochromatic ass, I like wearing matching lipsticks to my eyeshadow. Also, I feel like this just makes the look, honestly, it's just so pretty, and this really just screams fall for me. I really liked my last tutorial, but you're kind of scared of like reds and stuff like that. This is like a really good option for you too if you're more used to like browns and stuff, but you just want to kind of put a twist on the normal browns you use, you know? I love this look. This palette is really just like the heaven for like grungy looks. You can even add like this greenish yellow in it too, and that would be a look. I wanted to keep it more browns today, but this would definitely make it look really cool too. But this Lorelei shade is what really makes this look. I feel like that's what makes it look really dirty and like grungy, you know? But it's also still really pretty and I love this look. I just wore it the other day and I just love how I feel in this look, you know? You don't have to have the specific palette to get this look. You could definitely use the Jaclyn Hill palette, the original one. I think the shade Pukey is kind of similar to that shade. It's not exact, but it's pretty, like it will kind of give you the same effect, you know? It has that like yellowy color to it. Also, I don't know if it's still available, but Paper Tiger from Colourpop was really similar to that too. Kind of see what you can find, you know. Like I said, this palette is actually still in stock right now, so if you guys want it, pick it up. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite palettes and I use it constantly. I hope you guys like this look. In my opinion, it's such a pretty look for fall and it's just really dark and grungy and I love it. I feel very me in this look. Leave me a comment down below what you guys want to see next when it comes to like fall looks or something. If you guys liked this video, if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.